Good day, all YouTube viewers. It's your logo in the cap, that's my name, Mr. G to the J, aka E to the K, aka I'll take the AK as right, motherfuckers. And welcome to the third episode, I believe, of my Developer Diaries series that I've got running, and in which I talk about the ongoings of the 5th DLC. And today is a special, well, hopefully not special, but maybe for future a lot more, but I got Sleepmaster with me. Sleepmaster, what's up?
Yeah, hello.
Hey, yeah, you guys probably have already heard of Sleepmaster. He's the guy who has been working together with me on the 5th DLC. And, you know, I decided to poke him and drag him into this episode. And hopefully for future episodes he can join us. Because, it's our DLC, so he needs to get his word out as well. Anyways, like the usual, we're just going to talk about the 5th DLC and what has been going on basically last month. First, I'm going to talk about my doings, then Sleepmaster is going to brief you guys on what he's been up to and what he might be up to in the future. Same goes for me, by the way. And lastly, both of us actually have a pretty big announcement, which concerns the 5th DLC as a whole and, of course, you guys watching. So let's start things off with me. What have I been up to lately, or last month, basically? The Heaven's Crown map is coming along very nicely. You probably noticed that I haven't updated pictures on the forums of my Heaven's Crown progress in a little while. That's because, I'm kind of like at a point where I do not want to. I just feel like I gotta finish things up first before I really want to show you guys stuff. Because the thing is, with Heaven's Crown, I'm currently at the detailing stage. So pretty much the raw build of the map is 100% done. Vista has been built, everything has been built, and I'm now basically doing the final touches on the map itself, which is, the detailing, so spreading some human things around, like scaffoldings, some metal sheets, basically just show, because the thing is with Heaven's Crown is it's a map which is located high in the mountains, and on this mountain there is a lot of alien ruins going on. But basically the concept of Heaven's Crown is, it's just a forgotten alien ruin on one of the highest peaks on Pandora, and that plus an expedition gone wrong. So humans set up an expedition to skulk out this mountain and what ruins lie there in secret, hidden above the clouds. And this expedition that was sent up there, did all right for a while, but then went completely haywire at the discovery of the raid boss that is going to, of course, reside at the peak of this mountain. And basically, the reason why I haven't really updated any pictures is because I first want to basically finish up the whole detailing thing before I actually want to show you guys pictures. So basically, I'm just going to finish up the detailing of the map, after which I'm going to do lighting, I think, and of course post-process scripting, because this map will need a lot of scripting to, go with it. But overall, I do gotta say, it's the best map I've made so far. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just mind-crushingly gorgeous. I just love how it. At least with me, it takes my imagination. When I'm walking around that area, it just takes my imagination. I don't know how that is for Sleepmaster. Have you tried walking around the map yet, Sleep?
Well, only in editor, but I really love the fog. It really gives you the feeling that you are high in the mountains and that you are going to the top and there is something awesome.
Yeah, something awesome awaits you. Yeah. It's like the way I build, basically how the map is built up. It's basically consists out of two areas: the mountain trail and the arena. And the mountain trail, I've tried to make it like resemble some sort of like a pilgrimage route. So you take this pilgrimage route up to the point where you can access the arena, and at the arena, which is located on the very top of the mountain, there's this giant ruined temple, just like clouded in fog up there, just like being all majestic and divine and shit. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to with Heaven's Crown. I hope I won't make any promises, but I hope I can finish up the entire map at the end of this month. But don't quote me on that, because, you know, both me and Sleepmaster live our own lives and we got stuff to take care of. I mean, we're not professional developers. We don't sit at the office like 24/7 just building maps and building enemies and building everything. No, we got other things to worry about as well. I mean, that's the part of the life of the modder, I guess. But, so yeah. That's pretty much what I've been up to. Off to Sleepmaster. Sleepmaster, tell the people what you've been up to lately, because you've not been sitting still, haven't you?
Yeah. For lately, I've been working on our raid boss, Uktak, and, well, I've made a lot of progress. For now, I can say that he's roughly like 90% done. So yeah, he has a lot of attacks. For example, when you fight Krav Maraks, he only has 3 attacks. He melee, he speeds at you, and he has that big radius jump.
Yeah.
And Ukhak has a lot of attacks, really a lot.
Yeah, he's got a freaking large arsenal. We do have to say.
Well, you can picture, for example, Elder Skag, because he has most of the attacks, and put it into a really big version, you know.
True.
He can speed, he can charge, he can he swaps you with his claws, and he sends you flying, he slams the ground. He has breath attack. He also has a really special attack, which I made, and Mr. DJ said it before. It's really unique. You never seen it before in entire Borderlands franchise. Well, I won't spoil what it is, but when you see it, you will know what it is.
Yeah. Well, it basically, just one thing. He sort of like announces that he's gonna do the attack. But I'm pretty sure that everybody who first faces Ukthak will be taken by surprise by this attack. You know, they're like, what the hell is going on? Oh my god! And then they probably die. Yeah, Ukthak people is gonna be like absolutely just like one of the hardest. Well, at least we'll try our best to make him one of the hardest raid bosses that you've ever faced. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Cromrex was amazing, and pretty much like a lot of raid bosses that came after Cromrex were kind of like a pushover, to be honest. I mean, when Borderlands 2 came out, you had like they were like praising, oh my god, we got Terramorphous the Invincible, really big. What you call that? Thrasher. He's really big, and you saw some pictures of him, and you're like, oh my god, that guy's gonna whoop my ass. But when you fight like Terramorphous, it's just, I don't know, it's just not awesome. It's just kind of anticlimactic. You know, this opinion, of course, might differ by a lot of people. I mean, you know, everybody has his own opinion. But per my opinion, it was kind of anticlimactic if you compare like Terramorphous to, you know, Cromrex. Cromrex was a lot harder fought.
It's the same for me.
Mm-hmm.
I also didn't have like this feeling when you fight Cromrex when I was fighting Terramorphous. It was totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But I can guarantee you that when you fight Uktak, then you will have the same feeling like facing Cromrex for the first time.
Really? Yeah. That's what we're gonna aim for, like that authentic raid boss feel. It's like the feel of that you're in deep shit, but you're enjoying the living tits out of it.
Oh yeah. What's more, I've been working on his death animation. He has unique animation for dying. He falls down and starts puking blood. There's a lot of blood when he falls, and Krav Maraks get dissolved immediately after you defeat him, but I've made Uktak to dissolve around after 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So you can defeat him and you can see his body and you will be like, hell yeah, I finally did it.
Yeah. You basically be able to stand over his corpse and just bask in the glory that you've defeated Uktak, like, and then like after you've basked in the glory, you know, he will dissolve and then you can start picking out the loot. Speaking of the loot, it's going to be pretty lucrative for the people, right?
There will be, of course, original game weapons made by me, also made by NVIDIA. Well, I hope it will be experience when you first time defeat him and see this loot pile.
Yeah. Well, basically what me and Sleepmaster are planning for our DLC, pretty much we have already or at least I have already covered this in the past, that both my custom weapons and Sleepmaster's custom weapons that we've created over the past few years will be included into the drop pool of the DLC. So every chest that you open, every enemy that you kill will have a chance to drop one of our custom items. Of course, Sleepmaster has also been pegging me, like he wants to make custom items which are like unique to the DLC itself. So, you know, look forward to that. But so people have been asking me like, when they're working or when they're playing with the GJ file, then they're asking me like, if I equip the GJ file and I open up a chest, will the chest be able to, you know, hold your stuff? And then I always have to answer like, no, that's not how it works, you know. But when you're in the DLC, just like any chest that you open, you know, you never know your luck. You might find a nice ass, I don't know, Iridian custom-made weapon by Sleepmaster, or a Atlas Harpocrates made by me, or just like anything, really. But you just gotta, of course, we're gonna trying to make it as close. Like, for example, our pearlescence will be equal in rarity within our DLC as the pearlescence for General Nox. So we'll try to do that, at least in the very least.
Yeah, but about custom weapons, I want to tell about my project, what I have for this DLC after I'm done with enemies. Well, basically, it's I want to rearrange Iridian weapons, because as all we know, the Iridian weapons are shit.
Called it. Shots fired.
Well, Iridian Thunderstorm is good, but other weapons are kinda lame. So I want to completely rewrite them, and I want to make Iridian weapons equal on other weapons. Like, for example, you see the Iridian weapon, and it's a good choice for you to have in your inventory.
Yeah.
I also have projects in my mind for new custom pearlescence and legendary, but of course I cannot make them right now because I'm putting all my attention into our DLC work.
Yeah. Basically, what Sleepmaster will be doing is like, first, of course, he's gonna finish up Uktak. But, you know, after Uktak, he's going to address, you know, all the other custom enemies which will, you know, skulk around our DLC. Like, you might want... Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, but one more thing about Uktak.
Right.
When I said it's 90% done, well, he's like really almost done. But this 10% I've made like and balancing. We'll need to really play a lot and find this sweet spot of him to be hard but balanced, so you don't get overwhelmed by him. Yeah.
Basically, what we'll be doing is like Sleepmaster will finish up as far as he can Uktak's attacks and everything. And after he believes that he's done with that, he's going to go to Uktak's minions, which also will be a vital part of the battle with Uktak himself. Because As soon as Sleepmaster is basically done with his minions, then we can truly test oomph metal, because you know the minions are a vital part, and if the minions are overpowered, then you know. So basically, once oomph is done and the minions are done, then me and Sleepmaster will truly like final general balance test oomph in order to see if you know his minions and his attacks are like balanced towards each other, that he doesn't like overwhelm the player or like cause extreme strain on anybody's system or anything like that, right?
Well, about his minions, I want to make them similar to Kravnorak's minions, so they are really weak to one element but resistant to others. So they will have their colors, you just will need to figure out what element they are weak to, and that's it. They will be hard, but exactly like with Kravnorak's minions. With right weapons, you will annihilate them.
Yeah. So basically, we're also, just like Gearbox did with Kravnorak's, we are encouraging certain weapon builds and everything. We're just like, we're not trying to force you, but we're like shoving you, like, hey, maybe you should use this weapon or use this weapon in order to properly fight oomph, or else you're probably gonna die. But yeah, it was just like, we'll see where this ends with oomph. I mean, as he currently stands, he's already just mind-crushingly awesome to fight. I do have to say, like, the first time I fought oomph, together with Sleepmaster, I was just blown away at the sheer awesomeness of the fight. It's just like, it took me back to the first time I fought Kravnorak's. I mean, that was like an amazing experience to fight Kravnorak's for the first time. And while I was fighting Ook, I was taken back to that experience. And this is not creator bias, let me tell you. I was just sitting there. I was just like, as soon as he came charging after me, I was just like screaming, like, ah, don't kill me! And then when Sleepmaster gets knocked off the edge, and I'm like, no, please don't! And he comes running after me, and I'm like cowering, running for cover, and he smacks the shit out of me and stuff like that. It's just, it was just amazing. It was just like, it's crazy good. You know, and that, of course, you have oomph combined with the awesome battle music that we're gonna be playing in the background, and of course the map is just like Deep Cathedral is just like boom up in your face, just like wow, this is how a raid boss arena should look, if you know what I'm saying.
I agree totally.
I mean, it sets the mood. I mean, you're underground, surrounded by magma, you know. It's this dark atmosphere. You don't know what's coming. You know, it basically paints the way to an awesome boss battle. It's like only the most badass of enemies can reside in an area like this, if you know what I'm saying. And then you get oomph shoveled into your face, and then you have to survive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait,
do you want?
I'll tell one more thing about enemies.
All right.
More things. Okay, because I didn't mention it on forums, there will be slag enemies, but they are rare because it's like time between Borderlands 1 and between Borderlands 2 story. So let's say slag is not that common.
Yeah.
And when you face badass enemy, because badass enemies will be most likely slag, there will be only 10% chance for the slag enemy.
Yeah. You heard it here, folks. Slag enemy is gonna be a real big thing in our DLC. Yeah. Well, I've already seen Sleepmaster's work on the whole slag element and his slag badass skags, and just like, whoa, just like, yes, nailed it. It's just amazing.
Well, I think we won't be implementing slag on the weapons.
They're still developing that.
Only on enemies.
Yeah, basically, you must remember, people, that the time place that our DLC is like located in is like shortly after like Borderlands. Well, not shortly after, but just like it's in between Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. Well, actually not. Well, yeah, actually, is the forming of the. Basically, we're going to tell you guys, like with the main quest, we're going to tell you guys that the forming of the Crimson Raiders, which, if you know, it's located between Borderlands the pre-sequel and Borderlands 2. That's where our DLC will be located at. We're basically going to tell you the story of the forming of the Crimson Raiders. During this time, Slag only just appeared on Pandora, so you must understand that weapon development wasn't up there yet. So don't expect Slag weapons to be a part of our DLC, but do expect some rare sightings of slagged enemies in our DLC, because, yeah, I mean, we just said it.
Yeah, and one last thing I want to say. Well, first I need to finish creature enemies like racks, skags, crabworms, etc. Then I will go forward to making human enemies. So there's still a lot of work to do, but yeah. I think
and not just human enemies, we also got human friendlies. I mean, we're gonna have custom friendly NPCs. Like we got, of course, we also got custom bosses. We're gonna have custom NPCs, custom enemies. It's just a lot of stuff. I mean, it's just gonna be awesome. And well, pretty much. Do you have everything covered right now, Sleep, or you want to say something else, or?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, so then, then I'm gonna go through the third announcement, which is pretty important. Me and Sleep were just talking about this, and I came up with the idea, and I proposed it to Sleep, and he's like, okay, let's do it. Basically, in the last few weeks, let's just say, I've been busy together with Handsome Jack Boy and Jolts Dude to raise some awareness for our DLC, hoping that we will be able to attract people that have talent in voice acting, talent in Photoshopped, stuff like that. Just like talent people who could help us develop this DLC further and quicker than we are currently capable of doing. And let's just say that the videos that the Handsome Jack Boy and Jolts Dude posted out there are were positively acclaimed. I mean, I saw Jolts Dude's videos didn't even get a single dislike. So, that is awesome. Thank you for, showing your support, like that you really love what we're doing. But,
thank you.
Yeah, thanks. We can't thank you guys enough. I mean, that's the sole reason why we do this. Just like not only the sole reason. Well, first off, at least I'm having a lot of fun doing this just for myself. But I'm also doing this because.
Same with me. I also have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah. So first off, I have a lot of fun doing this DLC on my own. Well, together with Sleepmaster, but being able to please you guys out there with our work makes it even better. Makes it all worthwhile. But the problem is that, like I said, I've been working with Handsome Jack Boy and Jolts Dude to raise some awareness for our DLC, and hoping that we could attract some talented people out there who were able to, help out with voice acting and everything for when the time comes that we want to, start working on voice acting for our DLC. But unfortunately, we haven't had any response at all from nobody who really wanted to, show. Well, we have Handsome Jack Boy wants to voice act, and I have one other person who wants to voice act, but neither of them are, I believe, capable of reenacting voices like Scooter or Marcus Kincaid or Helena Pierce, which I would like to see like NPCs for our DLC. So here's the big announcement. At least we're gonna create a Patreon or something of the sorts for our DLC, for which you can help us out developing the DLC. And how it's gonna work is basically like this. If you are willing to donate $1 or $2 for our DLC, we can pool this money, and when the time comes for when we want to, start including voice acting for our various missions that we're going to implement, we can go out to like professional voice actors and say, hey, could you reenact the voice of Marcus Kincaid? And they go like, yes, and then we're like, all right, what is your, we could basically pay professional voice actors to do reenactments of Scooter or Marcus Kinsey to make it all the more believable. So, you know, the reason why we're doing this is because I feel like a lot of people are kind of they don't really know how they can help out the DLC. I do believe that there's a lot of people who do want to help out the DLC, but they don't feel confident enough to like do voice acting or anything like that, or Photoshop work for custom textures, custom, you know, all that kind of stuff. But you know, despite that, I would like to give everybody a chance to get their hands dirty into this DLC. So if you were to donate like money to us via Patreon or anything, or whatever I'm gonna establish for you guys to help us out, you'll be able to progress our DLC by like making sure that the voice acting will be top notch, or people will, you know, be able to like have custom textures for custom characters or NPCs or bad like enemies or stuff like that. And another thing is what we also want to do is Joltstu once came to me asking me, like, for example, when you fight Ninetoes, he walks out. You basically have this little intro, this little cutscene where he walks out, goes like, "Oh yeah, you woke the wrong dog," and then he does his little emote. And as soon as he does his emote, you have this flash screen, this title card of him, like Ninetoes also has 3 balls. You know that little thing? That's a pre-rendered video. And what we would like to do is, like, maybe with the Patreon money that we collect, we can like hire a professional to make one of those title card animations. Because basically how those little introductions, for example, with Ninetoes works, is basically the way Ninetoes walks on stage and does his little, you know, gesture, let's just put it that way, that is all rendered in the game. That me and Sleepmaster will have to do that within the game itself. However, the part where the little animation comes on, like the title card flash, that is a pre-rendered video. We will need somebody else to do that because I don't have experience in making things like that, and I don't believe that Sleepmaster has as well. So we need to have somebody that is capable of doing that for us. Also, the thing is, the way, for example, like, again, Ninetoes walks on stage and does his little gesture, that's an animation sequence. His character model needs to be animated that way in order for him to do all those gestures. And like earlier, I don't have any experience to do that. We need somebody else to be able to do that for us. And I do believe that if we have the Patreon and if we have the money, we can like go out there and like hire professionals to make, you know, these animations for us, which will only enrich the DLC experience. Also, for the guys who do like to or would like to support us via Patreon, we do plan on having a credits roll at the end of the DLC. So when you defeat the final boss, we're going to have a credits roll, a proper credits roll, and everybody who has supported us will, of course, be featured in the credits because, you know, you're part of the DLC. As soon as you pledge some money to us and we use that money to do what we just talked about, then you will be featured in the credits. One more thing that we would like to do with Patreon has something to do with Sleepmaster. You know, I've talked about in the past, like, a little bit about what Sleepmaster's been going through. You know, well, Sleepmaster will be able to tell that you guys himself what he's been going through lately. You would like to tell the viewers what's been going on over your end, Sleepmaster?
Well, I lost my job and for now I'm kinda low on money.
That's basically it. What?
Yeah, and I would like to invest, you know, with some equipment because I'm working on kinda old laptop and, well, I would like to be more productive.
Yeah. So basically what we also want to do with this Patreon is pool some money so that Sleepmaster is able to afford himself a better laptop or a better desktop or whatever he wants so that his productivity will go up. As he just said, he has been fired from his job basically. So he's basically unemployed at the moment and he's a little bit short on cash. That and his laptop, or basically the system that he's running on right now, is pretty old. And you know, if we were to be able to help Sleepmaster be able to obtain like a modern standard good computer, then his productivity will go up, which will only benefit the DLC. So that's pretty much the goals that we would like to achieve with Patreon. I know that I've said in the past that I'm actually really skeptical about accepting money from strangers, but now I do believe that if we have really good, well planned out and laid out goals for you guys to look forward to, you know, we can actually, like, how would I say that? We could, well, just like if we have the goals that you guys, well, basically Sleepmaster, better equipment, money for paid voice actors, paid animation artists, etc., etc. I mean, I feel justified for doing a Patreon because everybody knows we're gonna work towards those two or those three objectives with the money that we're pooling with Patreon. I myself will of course pool money in Patreon as well because, you know, I mean, it's my little baby, so I will do this, you know, I will pull money in it, and hopefully, like, you don't have to pull a lot of money, just like, for example, if every one of my subscribers, which at this moment is 566 subscribers, were to donate $1, I mean, that's $566, plus, of course, me, I'll probably don't pledge, I don't know, maybe 25 euros per month or more, depending on my income, and then just look at that. I mean, we already got like we got half 1,000 euros rolling up in there, and then we could like get Sleepmaster. At least we can combine the Patreon money together with Sleepmaster's own money, so they can afford a proper PC, etc. You know, stuff like that. Just I really hope that we could encourage people to work on this DLC with us. I mean, because basically what I see is the positive, just the overall positivity of you guys towards me and Sleepmaster working on this DLC is great. But the problem is that I'm just getting the feeling that a lot of you guys would like to help out, because I actually got a lot of messages of people like they are willing to work, you know, help out, but they just don't know how. And this way, I believe everybody's able to help out relatively easily, basically, and you're basically directly impacting the way this DLC is going to pan out. So I don't think I will have a Patreon or something of the sort running at the time that I upload this video, but somewhere in the same week of the uploading of this video, I'll probably have the Patreon up and going. And of course, I will leave like descriptions on the Patreon itself, stating like what the goals are, like as clear as I can, so that everybody knows like why they're what they're pledging money towards. And you know, that's pretty much. I don't really have anything else. I really hope we can get this thing to work, and just like it's gonna be awesome. That's my belief.
Yeah,
I don't know about you,
my
Sleep.
belief as well.
Yeah. So, you know, we just like, so that's pretty much gonna, I think that's gonna wrap it up. You guys know what I've been up to with Heaven's Crown, and you guys now know a little bit more about what Sleepmaster's doing, like behind the shadows. Like I just said behind the shadows. The reason why I said that is because, you know, Sleepmaster's currently working on oomph, but Sleepmaster can't really show you guys any picture proof of oomph work, because we decided to keep that a secret, you know, to keep that a surprise for you guys for when the DLC comes out. But, you know, I got the feeling that some people forgot that Sleepmaster's actually, you know, really hard at work for our DLC, so yeah, I'm rambling right now. So now you guys know what I've been up to. Now you know also a little bit more about what Sleepmaster's doing and what he's got planned for the future on his end of the development. And hopefully we can get some Patreons going on, and people like I don't know. We'll see where this ship ends up. Anyways, this is the Camper Dutchman, and of course Sleepmaster.
Sleepmaster.
Yeah, Sleepmaster. Say it with me now, Sleepmaster. This is us signing off. See you in the next one.
See you.